Okay, guys, I'm not like the best dressed person, so my friends are gonna help me out so I look good for my date. Check it out. Link down in the description.
2 weeks have passed since I spoke with my old friend Seth, and, well, today he's coming into town to visit. I offered to, meet him halfway, but he insisted this was all right. He should be in town as soon as I'm finished with work today. Should be a real nice treat. Well, after trial and countless errors, the maintenance crew finally fixed this freezer. No more leaks and no more ice buildup. Sadly, though, it did cost around $600 to fix.
$600? That's just ridiculous. My first car was only $300.
I know, Pop, I know. I made sure we got the best price we could. Besides, there's no more ice buildup, at least on the floor. Obviously, there's going to be some on the roof because, well, that's just kind of how freezers work. But no more even on the ground inside the freezer. We got the best price and we got a really good deal with how everything's looking. Most of the crews I talked to said that we should just, well, buy a whole new, system. That would have been, oh gosh, what did they say? $5,000, Pops.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Don't throw those kinds of numbers around. You're liable to cause this old man a heart attack.
Well, I bet that $600 charge is looking pretty good right about now, isn't it?
I suppose so, sport. Hopefully that will be the last of the problems with that freezer of ours.
Yeah, it should be. The guys who fixed it said if there's any issues, any at all in the future, that they would fix it, free of charge. But with everything I looked over while they were doing it, I think we're good. And I think we'll be good for a long time.
Well, that's a company I can get behind. Next time they're here, they get a meal on the house.
Well, like I said, they may not be back for a while, so don't worry, sir. I already did that. So, yeah, they left around an hour ago. I made sure they got their meal's worth.
That's my boy. Make sure to let the fellas upstairs know about the fixes. I'll be down here taking a small cat nap. If anyone needs anything, you're in charge.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Pop, you're more than welcome to just sleep on the office couch. I'm sure that would be a lot more comfortable than what I normally see you doing, which is just resting your head on the table.
You sure? I'm not going to snore you out, am I?
No, not at all, sir. I had a roommate when I was in college. I think I'll be fine. Plus, I'm only here for an hour, sir. If your nap takes longer than that, I'll just, I'll put Rachel up, upstairs in charge.
Sounds good, kiddo. I'll go nap then. Thanks for letting me borrow the couch for a while.
It's your couch, Pop. It was here before I was, so I don't really have a say on what you do with the couch.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Must be this old age, I suppose.
I suppose so. Or that you're just tired, because, like you said, you want to take a cat nap. Now, go ahead and take your nap, Pop. I'm going to go ahead and run upstairs. Later. Okay. Well, I'm glad that bloody freezer is finally fixed and done, so I don't have to deal with it, because these last 2 weeks have been miserable. Well, heck, it's been about 3 weeks. I was so worried that Pop was going to slip on it. But I think we'll be good now. No more slipping, especially from employees. And now Pop can actually go in there and do stuff if he needs to go in there. Okay, now to tell the crew. All right, gang, so the freezer is fixed. So let's not break it again, all right? I'm not sure who left the door open for as long as they did. And honestly, I don't care who did. You know who you are. Let's just try not to do that again, okay? We almost had to buy an entire new system, which would have been really bad for the diner. So make sure from now on, you treat it with the kind of care that it deserves. Like your own refrigerator at home. Or we could all just be unemployed. All right? Awesome. Now, you guys go ahead and get back to work. Thanks for the little group meeting.
Excuse me, sir. Can I ask you something?
Yes, sir. How can I help you? Wait. Seth?
Alive in the flesh. How are you, buddy?
I'm great. I'm fantastic. Especially with seeing you. Oh, man. I didn't think you would be here till after 2 o'clock.
Well, I left out a little earlier than I had expected. Wanted to be safe just in case, you know?
Understood. Well, seeing as you have been traveling all day, I'm sure you're probably hungry.
You can say that again. This place any good?
I wouldn't be working here if it wasn't. Come on, let's go take a seat and I can get you some chow.
Alright, sounds good, Bert.
Awesome. Come on, this way.
Oh my gosh, that was one of the best burgers I've had in a long time. You weren't kidding about the food being great.
Well, I'm really glad you liked it, bud. That burger is actually one of my recipes, so I'm really, really glad to hear you like it.
Well, good thing I didn't hate it. That could have been really awkward.
You sort of see what I do for a living. How's life been for you?
You know, life is great. I'm an orthodontist, but not for one particular place. I'm considered a traveling orthodontist.
A traveling orthodontist. Nice. That's great. I've been working here at the diner now for, oh goodness, 5 months now? I used to be the manager next door at the local cinema, but, corporate got greedy and wanted to cut corners.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
No, it's all right. I've actually never been happier here. Me and my wife have been going to this diner since we first moved here to Sandy Springs. And, we became close friends with the owner and considered him like a second father. Both of us, me and Liz.
Well, that's great. So I thought, well, I guess we should talk about Justin and Hope.
Yeah. I know most everything there is to know about that whole situation. It's just, it's quite sad, you know? Poor little Amanda's doing well, though, luckily. That's all that really matters.
Yeah, it was quite hard on most of us when we heard the news. I'm just glad, as is everyone else, that their daughter found a good home.
Yeah, me too.
You also said that your son is dating her?
Yeah, he is. Edward.
That's so funny. So strange how small the world can be at times, huh?
Well, you got that right. So, how's everyone else back at home? Everyone good? Everyone healthy?
I think what you mean is, how is Sarah?
I never said that, Seth. But, yeah, how is Sarah? Is she married?
No. Surprisingly, no, she is not. I guess she never found time for marriage after she became a police officer.
A police officer? Sarah is a cop? Wow. Well, I wonder what made her choose that line of work.
Well, truthfully, I think it was that whole situation with Jack. She wanted to protect and serve the community so nothing like that happens again.
Oh, yeah. That was a scary time for sure. I'm glad she wants to do that for the community, though. That's really great.
You and the community both. So, I gotta ask, do you still think of her?
Well, Seth, look, every now and then, I suppose. That's just, yeah, every now and then.
I knew it! The two of you really did love each other, huh?
Yeah, I guess we did. I mean, she was my first kiss. Well, we were just crazy for each other. The only reason we broke up was, well, because of the long distance with me going back to White Wind. And then after White Wind, I came here to Sandy Springs.
That's tough. But you are married with kids now, and happier than ever, right?
Right. Not to mention another baby that's on the way.
Oh, look at you go, making your mark on the world, eh?
I suppose so. Hey, would you like to meet the family? They'll be home in about 2 hours.
Sure, I'd love to.
Awesome, great. Well, I'll let the boss know I'm gonna leave early. Well, actually, better yet, I'll just tell Rachel. Then we can just go ahead and walk over to my house.
That sounds great. You talk to Rachel, and I'll be outside.
Awesome, can do. Hey, Rachel, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up early here because a friend came into town, all the way from Crimson Valley, which is like a 6-hour drive. Papa's downstairs taking a nap, so you're in charge. Later, Rach. And those doors over there are to the baby's new room that we just had built. The other one is the bathroom door.
Well, buddy, I gotta say, you have a lovely house, not to mention a backyard. I had to talk to the wife into letting us get a hot tub.
Now, Seth, be careful. You'll end up with 3 kids like I did.
Well, that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Oh, hello, Josh. Who is this?
Oh, I'm sorry, honey. This is Seth. He's an old friend from Crimson Valley, the one I told you I was talking to. He stopped by today to say hello.
Wow, all the way from Crimson Valley. That's a miserably long drive. I can't imagine doing it alone.
Yeah, I bet it was terrible doing it alone, buddy.
Well, I travel for a living, so it's something I'm used to at this point, I suppose. It's very nice to meet you, Elizabeth. Bert here has told me so much about you. Congratulations on that baby.
Why, thank you. We get to know the gender in about 5 weeks. We're super excited.
We sure are. I'm hoping for a boy. Someone, to carry the Bert name.
That's what Edward is for, dummy.
Yeah, I know that, but now, I can have 2 boys to carry the name.
Oh dear, that's the last thing this world needs, more than one Bert.
Har, har, har. Very funny, Seth.
Well, Seth, would you like to stay for dinner?
I'd love to, but the drive home is quite long.
Well, you can spend the night here if you'd like. We can get a cot set up in the baby's room. No one's using it for 6 more months.
Yeah. You're more than welcome to stay, bud. Would, prefer not to have you on the road if you're tired.
I suppose that would be the smart thing to do. Alright, I'll stay for the night. I appreciate the offer.
Well, you're very welcome, bud. Better than renting a hotel room between here and there. At least here we won't charge you.
Well, free board is much obliged. So how about the 2 of us get back out and see who can catch the biggest fish?
Oh, the biggest fish, you say? You're on. Later, Liz. Love you.
I love you too. You boys don't get too dirty now.
We won't, Mom. We promise. All right, Seth. Let's get outside. I'll show you where I keep the fishing rods. Come on, this way.